killed over disrespect. So if someone perceives that they're being disrespected, just perceives, you know, they're gonna get reactionary. Someone's gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So also being aware of that trauma, you know, the post and perpetual slavery trauma that our people walk around with all the time, and that yes, a lot of the faces that cause that trauma look like your very own.
Right.
You know, so that triggers something. So that's when I go into the childhood, family, because we learn the art of communication through family.
something just went
You know what I'm saying?
crazy
In the family, that's what we learn in our environment.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and a lot of our environments are toxic and unhealthy.
Right.
You know me? And then sometimes that it all warrants. For example, what is it? They say milk for babies and meat for strong men and women. You know what I'm saying? You just have. I assume I'm just talking to children, so I talk to people very softly, very kindly, you know. And then I kind of see someone's response, their body language, because remember, someone says a lot more by what they don't say, by their body language, by their posture, by their eyes, whatever kind of facial expression they're making. And you, as a speaker, have to really realize that, because body language is the number one form of language. Like someone can say something, but their body could be completely saying something different. The body doesn't lie. You know what I'm saying? Someone could just be saying words, but if you look at somebody, it's like, you know, this is my favorite one right here. Go ahead. Let me go shake my hand. That right there.
Oh my God.
That right there, that tells me that's body language. It's like,
Right.
nigga don't want to shake my hand. You feel me? It'd be better if he just
Or
fucking
you
said
don't
that
even
shit.
know
Or
how-
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So he's like,
Right.
he's walking around some shit. I don't know, whatever reason. Like both little things. It's like, you don't shake my hand. All right, whatever. You know,
Right.
but just, I get that, but you know, always being the bigger man and looking at it from God's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
take yourself out of the picture and just sit and observe the situation. Be like, does this warrant? I mean, what warrants we're talking about delivery, right? What warrants this? You know, and I used to sell cars and been into retail and I've dealt with people my entire life. And yes, it is all about delivery, but you have to just know your audience, who you're speaking to, what are you talking about, what to say, when to say it, how to say it, when to stay silent. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to give everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you just have to just observe. And less is more.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Less is more. That's what I say. Less is more. You know, just think about how you would speak to yourself. Just be aware that people walk around with hurts and traumas that has nothing to do with you. You know, I had to tell somebody that this, like, I'm not the feelings police. You feel me? So, I'm sorry. You felt that way, guess what? That's you. It's not me. It may have come off a certain way when I speak directly and bluntly when I'm conducting business, but I got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got time to play camp counselor all the time and make everybody feel warm and fuzzy. You know what I mean? I got shit to take care of. You know what I'm saying?
reality.
It's not always reality. You know, that's, for children, of course, but eventually you take those young men, you put them out in the field. Now they leave their mothers and their sisters, and now they're going with the men. Now we're gonna do man shit. Like, it's about action. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got time to act. When a bear pops out or a lion pops out, is ready to attack people, we're not gonna, we gotta act. We ain't got time to think about or process feelings first. No, we act. There's an immediate threat. It's danger. Act.
Right,
You know?
right.
So it's just a matter of, response. The proper response to someone's, when you're in communication, when you're in conversation. Just ground yourself. You know, my mom would say, do it with love. You know, before you say anything out of your mouth, just because remember, if you speak with anger, you're the first victim of your own anger. You can speak with authority and conviction without having to express anger.
That
All
gets misconstrued quite a bit, though.
Yeah.
It does, because you're so rooted in what it is that you're, expressing,
Right.
and that unnerves a lot of people. And let me ask this question: would you agree that most people want to be jazzed up? They want shit to sound good to them. They're listening to hear what it is that they want to hear from you or for anyone else. And this is not always the case.
I think it's a good amount of people, and even I think it's a good amount of people. For what you're saying, but I even want to touch on what he was saying, because that's one of the saying it. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds easy. It's easier said than done, is what I'm trying to say. Because when you're in that high emotion, you're talking about responding, not reacting. But when you're in that high emotion, it's hard to do that, right? But that's where it comes, where you were saying how you got to be rooted at.
Yeah.
That's where the meditation,
Know your
before you
audience.
get out there, that's where the meditation, the breathing, that's where all that comes into play. And I was like, and I even thought to myself, I'm like, oh, so you can probably practice it in different situations. You can practice responding and not reacting,
Right.
and hopefully that'll help you get better. Because like you say, that man, when you in high emotion, it's hard to just collect
Right.
and then respond and not react.
And the best thing to do is pull someone to the side, because when there's people around and people's egos about to get crushed,
Right.
or it feels like encroached upon, and
Yeah.
then that's the instigation. People start to feel like, yo, this motherfucker's really making it look like a punk. I ain't going out like that. Fuck that.
Going
So
out,
that's why
right.
the adult, a mature thing to do. You have someone to discuss with someone, pull them to the side, look them in the eye, and talk to them direct, away from everybody. Instead of making a scene and drawing attention and drawing other people in, it's like it doesn't need to always do that. You feel
That's
me?
what I did do last night. That's what I didn't do. I checked it on the spot
Right.
instead of like you said. I reacted. I didn't respond
Right. It's a
because the emotion was high.
Yeah.
And that's where the optics come in. That's where you might have had a bad day. Things might have been mounting up. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what he's talking about. Even being aware with other people. You might be having a great day. You might be smiling. You might come out, hey, what's up?
Right,
The person
right,
don't even say nothing to you because they having a shitty morning.
Yeah.
You the one having a good morning. They not having a good morning. What's
Yeah.
up, bro?
Yo, this fire vibe.
Fire.
Man. Fire vibe, man. What's going on, man? Yo, we're talking about our delivery to our brothers. How we deliver our messages. Or how we are receive. How we communicate with our brothers. Touch on that, man. You know, because there's a lot of times where, you know, we might get out of pocket and we just need to, you know, come together and unit. We need a standard. We don't pass this, you know what I mean? Like, this is how you communicate and talk to our brothers. Touch on that.
A code of conduct almost.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I think it's important that we look at each other as
Each other.
as we look at God. You know, we should cherish one another's presence and value, because without it, what is it? You know, we need to let each other know that we're important, that we matter.
Right.
If we rock with each other like that, if we peoples, we should be uplifting one another, being patient with one another, having compassion.
Right.
You know, because there's many people that I can never speak to again, and had I kept that in mind, I would have conducted myself more respectfully and have more patient with them.
Right.
You understand? Because my little brother right now, I can never ever speak to him again. You know, in the last conversation I had with him, I was very harsh with him because I was trying to inspire him to want to live, because he was very bad on alcohol. Like, he drank a lot of alcohol in his lifetime, so he was a very bad alcoholic. And you know, I was like, yelling at him because he lied to me, because he said he wasn't drunk, and I could tell by his voice that he didn't sound like his himself. So I was like, yo, you don't gotta lie to me. You know, I'm your brother, son. I'm gonna still love you and treat you the same. Certain people make you feel like you need to lie to them because of the nature of the relationship. But when you have compassion and when you're understanding, people are more likely to be their authentic selves and be honest with you. Because if we're not being honest with each other, we don't have no business even being around each other. It's worthless.
Right.
You know, either we're gonna live in the lie or we're gonna live in the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's no in between.
Right.
So, you know, I'm glad that we're talking about this. It's very important for us to unite and be a real brotherhood, you know, and deal with reality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my take.
Shape the vulnerability.
Right, that's important.
Yo,
Like,
what you think about it?
Right.
I mean, y'all kind of like summed it up. No, but I'll jump in. Now, I wanted to touch on your point because, you know, it kind of plays with, you know, my perspective. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're more of a, you know, one thing with your delivery, blah, blah, blah. You
Like,
know?
for example, when you mentioned about how when people's egos, they run very high and they're about to get crushed, I've lived for situations like this.
Yeah.
Cause I don't even care about my own ego. I crush that on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're in that state, it's like now you're a victim to me. Because it doesn't have to be like this. You know, there's nothing you need to protect. For what? Just take the truth. You don't look at the sun and be like, oh, it's too bright. Can you tone this down a little? No, you don't fucking do that. The truth is the same way. Like, why you keep trying to, people do a lot to try to make shit comfortable for them. Life is always uncomfortable. Okay, everybody, you're either getting eaten or you're about to go eat, which means you're gonna have to kill some shit or you're gonna be killed. It's the same shit in nature, same shit in the fucking waves of the ocean. They rise, they fall, they crash, the water's old as fuck, it's calm as fuck, it can drown you in an instant. That's the reality of all these circumstances. The reality of the truth is the same way.
What would you do? Well, how I would look at it, you know, people are in a different season in their lives.
True.
You know what I mean? So there could be like for a situation that I seen a couple days, this is why I say this. They were in a certain season in their life where they didn't need that aggression. They needed, you know, something more loving. That was loving too, but it was a different type of love. They didn't need that love.
Right. They want nurturing.
Yeah, they needed nurturing love. And that's why I said that. So we need to like kind of protect people's, not that, because we got our own thing going on.
Of course.
So it's not like we're taking on somebody else's life. No, we're kind of like getting a feel, feeling like if I look at you and you look at me a certain way, okay, I see he wants it. Okay, so let me come off a certain way, blah, blah, blah. So like that, our delivery could change a little bit. Sometimes, picking up people's, like you talk about body language and stuff like that. Because so let me say this situation. 17-year-old kid from Venezuela. He's an immigrant. He lives on his own. He has his own house. And he works. And he came on the beach and he asked somebody, how do I get muscles? And the guy said, what do you do? And he said, I lift weights. And the guy was like, stop lifting weights. I didn't lift weights till I was 21. Put the weights down, start doing push-ups and pull-ups. Yeah, he may be right on the delivery, but the way he delivered it was not, that kid did not need to hear that. So when I had seen this and I'm watching, the kid's soul kind of like left his body. He just walked back to what he was doing. So I immediately jumped in and went to the kid and I said, yo, bro, lift weights if you want. Weights is good. Do you. You know what I mean? Don't let somebody else's, hey, he's looking for some, like a validation. Do you. You know what I mean? So that's why I said to say, sometimes delivery can kill us.
And I believe that's why I also, personally, I respond the way that I respond. Because I detect this in people. Yeah. And really, when I respond to you in this way, I'm asking you, why are you looking for validation? Yeah. Just do what the fuck it is you intend to do. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
But when someone comes to you as a child and as asking, for guidance. Basically, it's like a child. Like, hey, show me how to do this. How do I do this?
More than validation, that's what he was looking for.
Yeah,
he was really looking for guidance.
Yeah. I mean, and that's when you open up the opportunity to create, a companion,
right?
Someone, a fellow, and it all starts with you. How do you see the world? Do you see a world of people that are here to help you and serve you as you serve them, or do you see people as potential people you're competing with? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Frenemies.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Someone said to me one time, not all masters are master teachers. You know what I'm saying? Just because someone is a master doesn't mean they're a master teacher in the way they show you the way. You know what I mean? So even though this dude has the muscles or whatever, doesn't necessarily know.
You already know who it is, man. Yeah, it's EJ, aka Gohan, and we're gonna catch you in the next video. This is to be continued. So make sure you guys, take the gems that was said in this video, and move on and implement it in your life. But with that being said, it's EJ, aka Gohan. We're gonna catch you in the next video. Let's go.